The current state of every single champion in the UFC is starting to get interesting because we have a big variety of champions regarding their age, but it's interesting per division for them. Pantoja and Merab are very big outliers because when you get older and the lighter weight classes, you typically get a lot worse. Yeah, they're performing at the best of their careers by miles. As dominant as they've ever been in their careers at the absolute top of their division. Respectively, ages 35 and 34, it's insane how well they're performing, but at the same time, how much longer can they go with the insanely deep and young flyweight division alongside a really good overall talented top rich bantamweight division that honestly they're all pretty much younger than Merab. Alexander Volkanovski, we saw seemingly slowing down, but at the same time he still beat Diego Lopez 49-46 and honestly looked much faster than him overall. How much can Volkanovski keep going at 36 years old after suffering big knockouts? He did get dropped by Diego Lopez with a pretty telegraphed shot. How does he do against Movsar Evloev? How does he do against Gene Silva and all the other guys in the division? How much longer does Volkanovski really have as champion? Ilia Topuria and Jack Della Maddalena, 28-year-old champions, the youngest in the UFC right now, and it's insane what they've been doing, especially Ilia Topuria. But they have some pretty tough tasks. I mean, apart from Arman Tsarukyan, Ilia Topuria is rumored to be fighting Islam Makhachev. That's the only other fight in his name. Those are two big fights with Topuria. How long does he hold this lightweight title for? And then Jack Della Maddalena literally has death's row in front of him, fighting Islam Makhachev. If he somehow gets past Makhachev, which would be an unbelievable feat, he would still have to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov, Michael Morales, Ian Gary, Sean Brady. He has a load of death row in front of him. You then have Dricus du Plessis, where he's at the peak of his prime at 31 years of age, and he's going to be fighting against Khamzat Chimaev, the toughest competition he has, and if he beats him, I don't see anybody else beating DDP at middleweight. Caio Borralho and Imavov can't stand a chance. RDR is probably the weirdest and most interesting matchup for him, but I still think he beats him. What does DDP do after that? He's going to be considered all-time great conversation. He can be considered all-time great middleweight conversation. Then you have Ankalaev and Tom Aspinall, pretty much same age overall. They don't really have much competition in their divisions. How long are they going to be able to hold the title? How will they showcase dominance in these divisions? I don't think anybody in their divisions beat them, so how does this lay out? How do they end up looking all time? I love how the UFC has their weight divisions laid out right now because we have champions in the lighter weight classes who are the oldest champions in the UFC, where it's typically the opposite side, where the heavier are going to be the older. It's honestly insane. It's cool to see how it's going to play out, and I want to see who ends up beating who at these divisions and how long some of these champions can go.